Yeah, we can't dwell over such music. It's what it is. And I've been rather wiped out lately. 1 week. 1 week wiped out. But that is okay. We can see the last time. It's 1 week ago. After cleaning, and I have been cleaning today too. You see, it's important to clean. Sometimes even we are sick, we need to clean because sometimes the tidiness helps with the health. So today is another day, and I wanted to continue with this, the reason for antisemitism. And I thought of it during this week, and I think it is something that maybe the Jews are not so very fond of. It's the notion that people admire them. It's from admiration. The reason for antisemitism is either you admire them or loathe. It's not far. I've been experiencing that to some extent. That people that get to admire me, end up hating me. I think they go very fast into admiration because they have some innate shame on themselves. We call it, in Norwegian we call it, why do I forget that kind of a word? Complex. It's a kind of a complex. It's these complexes that you admire or loathe people. Either you look up at them or you look down on them. People that haven't moral codex, they will either admire or reject. And people that are admiring me for some obviously silly reasons. Because you wouldn't admire people, you can admire them for qualities. I agree to that to some extent. You can admire good qualities and attributes, like you admire someone for their great wisdom, their great moral. Mahatma Gandhi was such a man, and Moses was such a man, Jesus was such a man, and not to forget all the ladies that have been showing exemplary acts. And I was talking with my daughter here the other day, and people that either admire Trump or Netanyahu or love them. And I have been talking about this topic about Trump and Netanyahu, because sometimes the people that you tend to admire, put in a high place, it ends up with awkward, mistaken admiration. And that goes for Jesus too. I think Jesus is that kind of a man, that he would reject any kind of admiration. Not because he didn't deserve it, not because of that, but it's innate failure to have some decent self-respect, and that goes a long way. A decent self-respect. So when people end up hating Jews, the kind of antisemitism in the 4th degree, they first admire them because they are skilled people, mainly who have won the most frequent Nobel Prizes. It's the Jewish men and women that are contributing to the society with so immense, so much, with a degree of, they wanted to end the admiration of Einstein, and what do you call him, the founder of the splitting of atom. I will get to him. He was, it was made a film about him. Mr. Oppenheimer, Julius Robert Oppenheimer. He was maybe led or forced into leading the Manhattan Project in Los Alamos, and he is called the father of the atom bomb. But he himself, he said that he wished he never was contributing to it. So it is to this degree of the degree of knowledge, the degree of education, the degree of outside this world knowledge that those Jewish people have let to know, and they are leading the world into new exploration, into new standards, into new understanding, but from admiration. What would people admire me for? Maybe because I have been a little bit brave. Maybe the acquaintances I have. I don't brag about it, but it's what it is, and people think that I'm something very unique about because of that, because of my acquaintances. No, my friends, I'm just a low-level you see, there are levels on this admiration that portrays your own racism, your own antisemitism, and people that can't come around leveling themselves into the degree of honoring themselves, respecting themselves, similar to respecting other people. Even if you don't even find anything to admire in some other people, some other human, you can admire the lack of admiration. You can find something. Like I met my friend yesterday. He had a stroke, and I wouldn't say that I particularly admire him. In a way I do. I don't want to talk him into oblivion, nothing like that. I have high admiration for him. At the same time, seems to be a needy person. But this time around, I heard that he got stroke, and just after a month, before the month, only after 3 weeks, he got back on his feet. I was seeing him, I saw him yesterday, walking. The left side was a little bit weak, he said. My left side is weak, but maybe I will recover. And he could speak, and he was shining like before, maybe even better, because he said that I have not so many worries. I don't worry so much. And after this, I seem to value my own life. You see, people that admire other people lack the love of their own life. I think they hate their own life. I think they can't get out of it soon enough, their own life. I by the way, I like the admiration. I admire Bob Dylan. I admire good singers and and so on. But from admiration to loathing, it's a short barrier. People hate me, but they will also admire me. So I have to go with both. Sometimes it's very easy to make people famous because of some occasion, some incidents, or something. And if people didn't understand, I said to my daughter, look what Trump was doing, not what he is portrayed as. Because when people hear about Trump and also Netanyahu as the worst villain in the world, but they never did any wrong, they only do good. The other one, Obama, Biden, Bush, all those, the rest, was doing evil, doing something very screwed up in this world. By the way, they pay Iran so much money, and they support the terrorism that they openly say we are fighting terrorism. But the one hand doesn't know what the other one is doing. Obviously, it's a very confused individuals in the government of America. They are so confused. And maybe the stronghold that the Arab world have on the rest of the world leaders is so strong that they can't get out of it. I bet you that is more to the truth and fact than maybe many people are willing to see. They must have something on them that will expose who they really are. And that is the enigma of a famous and a very popular person. There is certain enigmatic notion to them. It's something that you can't penetrate. If you penetrate, you will open it and it will wipe out, and all the admiration is gone. But people that keep themselves, it's stated in the Bible, Jesus hid himself for those people. Who are those people? And even in the prophets, it's stated that Mr. Elijah or whoever that was not coming out to this man that suffered from leprosy. So yes, sent a message. The king, who wouldn't see and meet and pay respect for the king that was coming to visit the prophet? What should I do? Now he got the order, go and bath yourself 7 times. It's a very odd message. Go and wash yourself 7 times in the river. Who would do that? Who would follow up on that? And it is the level of humbleness, humility, and degradation. The level of degradation. That is finding a place in this sick king. And you see the kings of today, they are sick too, full of leprosy, and that is spreading like hellfire. It's spreading. It's a disease, leprosy. In this how it's acting today. It's leprosy. What you touch will be contaminated, and it's due time that since the hate, the love of Jewish people, the Israel, the Zionists, have been spreading like hellfire, like this leprosy that you can't contain. You have to isolate it. You have to burn it out. They need to come to realization. Do the tshuva. Do the repentance. Do the pride of people, either they are what or ever, have to humble themselves. Not in a way that it's fake, but they need to realize something within themselves that promote this hate, this loathing of the Jewish people. And people tend to loathe, hate what is God in its own creation. Look how we spoil this gracious world. Look how this world is really burning up. It's we people, we are so toxic in our mind that we can't contain the sickness. The sickness is not only in your mind, it's in what you do. Whatever you do, it's making problems. I don't want to stigmatize, I don't want to generalize, but if something is repeating itself into something very bugling, it's due time. Maybe a humbling of your mind is due time. You can't continue this arrogancy, this liberty that you have given yourself. No, it's due time that you go from admiration to serving. We Gentile people will end up serving the Jewish people because we can't be governed by leaders that have leprosy all over the place. It's a time of sickness. And the reason for antisemitism, why doesn't this show? The reason for this antisemitism is the admiration. But why not just serve people around you? Be of service, doing good deeds. Just do good. Don't stoop into arrogancy, titles, and so on. No, you are here for a reason to serve. I stated here on the other day that I have something to do to myself, on myself, in order to erect something that is broken. That is my task in my life, to erect what is broken. And other people in my life, other people serves as some kind of a mirror that I will mirror myself into others, into seeing how I am perceived, how I am received. If I get some hit here and there, well, maybe I needed it. Maybe it's due time I needed that hit. It's you can't judge everything as unjust as long as it doesn't serve you. And I think, let me just continue this idea of serving the Jewish people. I think it's also a prophetic statement that Gentile will serve, will grab a Jew by its own skirt or something and ask, tell us about God. Let us go up to Jerusalem. Let us be together. Let us do the Shuvah that we need, all of us. I hope that the Christians can do that kind of a service. It will tell the Jewish people what kind of a spirit we are anointed with. Maybe you don't follow me on that. But you see, everything is spiritual. Everything. You can't reject what is from God, because God created everything so beautifully. A scientist was saying that when he looked into the deepest enhanced micro elements, he saw something that was so baffling. It was a machinery that was it was more perfect made than what any human could do, and that was on the micro level. The micro level into the degree that you wouldn't see it by your eyes, neither by a microscope, but into maybe atomic microscope that can enhance even the smallest fragment. So you see, why don't we admire this creation of God? Why can't we admire why can't we serve God by not only admiring people, but doing the service because it is just right. What is right? It's the order, as they say in Hebrew, seder. Seder is order. So the order of this world, we need to see into the order. Everything feels heavy. Oh, what is he talking about? And so on. But from antisemitism, that is a sickness, a disease of leprosy, because it is intoxicating. Whatever media portrays and informs, it's in the mind of people. I don't know what kind of a tool that is, but I'm trying to level it up here on my YouTube that we have a counterweight on this mind. You see, when you don't have any proof, you are easily cheated. But you see, when they call people in the media professionals, they are just picked by media. Be not unaware of that. And when they talk about Israel, they are so-called professionals that knows maybe everything about Israel and Palestine and everything, but they don't state any facts that is not directed or intended by the media. So all the Israel haters out there, both in the Muslim and Christian world, maybe in Buddhism and other religions, because you have many Asians that hate Israel. But that is the politics. I think the people there would ask themselves, why would we turn on Israel? Why is Malaysia, for example, stating on the passport that every country without, not Israel, but every country you can go to, but not Israel. Israel in their mind doesn't exist, so who can go there? A country that doesn't exist, but still they are stating Israel doesn't exist. So it's a contradictory statement. So how stupid are those that deny their citizens to go to a country they don't recognize? Why they could say you can go to Palestine because that is their definition of Israel. So what is your problem? Yes, don't get a Israeli stamp. From admiration to loathing. Turn this sickness into serving. I tell my friends that have some mental issues that I am working on, something that happens, and it could be a mental big deal. I don't belittle anyone that have this big deal of a thing. I don't do that, but it's a good thing to work, serve, do something good for a change. Don't belittle the good acts that you can do. I think that is the clue here. So, my friends, today I have been cleaning out. I did some candle lighting just for remembrance of Israel, all the sick people that I know. I pray for them. I reminded my friend yesterday, I was praying for him. Be the small guy in the street. Be the small mensch in the street that can make people smile, make people a little bit more happy. Do some stuff that only you can do. So, my friends, this is something we could, from admiration. It can be this kind of admiration that we look up to people, but in fact we look down on us, ourselves. That doesn't serve anything. You be you. Don't mess around with you. Make yourself great again. Not only America, but make yourself great again. That is a good topic for next time maybe. Okay, bye and shalom to everyone.